everyone is not around here, right? Because the first call we had much member, but then I figured they're probably busy or something. I probably forgot they have their time set to this time. Welcome, Bookflow. Yeah. So today we are going to just look on some tags, some carry over tags from last season. Those tags are tags that are recurring. So and such tags are the LinkedIn tags. And yeah, let me just open my screen. Let me take the recording first. The attendance. Yeah. Activity. Okay. So, what do you advise about it? So we have our tax board. This is where we have records of tax that have been done in the year. These are all from season 8. So and then we have I was talking about recurring tax. Such is the PM build on LinkedIn. Since the LinkedIn post is something we do every week, it's not something we can set. It's starting this week and ending next week. That's why it's a recurring tax, so it will be a carryover to season 9. Yeah, so this should be season 9. Since the two. The score is still Gabby, right? It's still Gabby, right? Are you there, Gabby?
Yes, yes, I'm here. You kind of breaking up, so I can't clearly hear you. But I think I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. So you are still the one working on the task, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So I can see you sent in some posts. Was it today or yesterday? How is it going? Are you finding it easy, or how is the conversion? Do we have?
Yeah,
What do you think we can do about the? You know, because I checked the post some other time
okay.
and I
I
saw we
I
had
think okay.
just a few number of likes and stuff. Are people seeing the posts at all? Do you think people are
Yes,
checking
people
out
are
the
actually
post?
checking out for any numbers actually.
Gabby, I
But
can't hear you.
I do think people within the
Can
area.
anyone hear Gabby aside from me? Because I can't hear Gabby.
Am I coming through now?
Is there anyone on the call that can hear Gabby?
Yeah, I can hear Gabby loud and clear.
Yeah, I can hear you
Gabby
too.
at all.
I'm polite. You're trying to talk,
Yeah, I can hear you
and I
now.
can't hear you.
How
So
is it now?
can
Am I coming
others
through
hear
now?
me?
I think it's my network. Let me see. Let me see. Let me just disconnect and come back.
Yeah, you can work on
Yeah,
it.
please. Back. Okay, you're back. Welcome. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh,
Yes, I
okay.
can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you now. Okay. So
So
I
what
see we
I'm
have
trying to say is, like,
one.
when I was I would like that people from within the guild can start engaging with it, and from there we can move forward. Like if I drop the post, a share, because every one of us on social media we have like different followers. So if each of us try and share the content, we try to invite our followers to see the content. So it's a way to improve our engagement, it's a way to improve the visibility of the post. But actually, people are seeing the post, and though it's in a few numbers, I can check the analytics and send to the queue. So I think we are making progress, and I do think that if the talent coordinator can also incorporate it into the onboarding session to include new joiners to follow the LinkedIn account as part of their first quest or part of their first task to becoming a member of the guild. I think it will help us and help grow the accounts too.
Um, Sorry, I wasn't taking the notes for that. So I will just try to recount what you mentioned. You said the members should try to share that on their page, right? Like,
Yes, yes, yes.
okay. Then the next one was
The
if
talent.
the talent coordinator could incorporate that to their body, right?
Yes, yes. To make new joiners, new members of the guild to follow the account, the LinkedIn account, and also the Twitter account too, as part of their onboarding first quest or first task to becoming the member of the guild.
Okay. Then talent coordinator. Oh, all right. So did I get everything right? Yeah. Something else. Gabby, are you there? Okay. Oh, Colade, welcome. And I think we have something else on Colade. So, yeah. Um, uh, what's it called? Yeah. I feel like or Colade, we have this red tool up. Can you hear me? So, the ops department suggested that they would prefer they would prefer someone that is, you know, that is well versed with retro. As I'm saying, someone that is credentialed to take their retro that they won't mind paying the 6K back anyway. So that means that would the rental will be open to Hypolite, Oluwashiji, Oxlaw, some other PM members that are not that are credential already. I think we were 4 or 5 or so. So I see this one. Okay. So Hypolite, what's your take on this?
Yeah, Makil, I still have a retro with the relationship kills. Am I right?
Yes. I couldn't get any updates from them actually. So I don't know if they are still up for it because I remember Vicky One mentioned that during our last call, the first call. So
Yeah, essentially, we were waiting for your update on the mirror board or the feed jam you mentioned earlier.
yes,
So the
remember
update is
I'm
done.
done. Yeah, the update was
So
what I spoke to you about.
after the call,
The
you can show how
sharing of the page and all.
yeah, exactly. Probably after the call, you can show how I can add them to the page. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So I can, I would let others take up the ops retro, either Shijibumi or any other person.
Let me just share this with you. Okay, so right. The mirror posts. This is seriously mine. I don't think we have any updates yet at all. The last one was yeah, the last one was July, and that is it. Okay, start. Great. Are you there? GM, great. Are you there?
Yeah, Jim, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. So,
Yeah,
what do you have any updates concerning the mail post? Do you have any plan to send in a post anytime soon or something like
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. I have the topic ready, so I would be putting it on the tax board tonight. And any writer that is competent enough to take that would apply, and we will work on posting, review, and then we post it. So that's actually in place. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
the tax will be going up tonight. Yeah, yeah. So and as well,
Nice.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. We have a task that is yet to be done last season. Yeah, and that task is actually there is something we want to achieve with the task. So if anyone is willing to take up the task, I think Oxford being a role leader is no longer giving him time to attend to it. So if you would be willing to take the task, you can do that and submit. And Bakiu, I think the task can still be attended to, right? Are you there?
I can hear you, but you are kind of like breaking it out.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me clearly
Can
now?
you repeat what you said?
Can
Can
you
you
hear me
repeat what you
clearly
said?
now? Oh,
Yeah,
I
I can hear you
said
now.
there is a task on the task board that is yet to be attended to last season.
and we need someone who is chance to attend to that.
What tax is that?
Yeah, that's
What tax is that?
yeah, the task is on the education workstream tax board. I will bring it up. I will send it to the bounty trade. I will send it after the call so that anyone can
Check it
take
out.
up the tax.
I'm on.
Yeah, I think one Flo attended it, but probably because of time, he could not achieve that. So any other person can take that.
Sorry, you said the education work stream.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe highlight and
okay,
analyze
what's
Web3
the
PM
tax?
skills. Yeah, highlight and
This
analyze
one.
Web3 PM skills. Yeah, I think. I'm trying to open it from my hand
This
here
one.
as well, but I'm
This
on
one.
mobile.
This
Okay, let me
one.
check that. Just hold on, let me
Right
open
here
it.
it's saying it's completed.
No. Yeah, this.
Yeah, it's saying it's a completed tax from season 8.
Can you open and check if it has been submitted? Just scroll. Is it
This,
there?
yeah, this.
Oh, oh, awesome. I will review it. I will check that. I think there was a mistake from Oklo side uh, by putting completed. Yeah, but
No, we
it's yet to
actually
be
changed this
reviewed.
to completed in the call. We changed this to completed in the
Oh,
call. Yeah, there was a
okay.
certain call.
All right, all right,
Check this and change it to completed. I think you were on the
all
call as
right,
well. So.
all right. I will review that. I will review that. I'll review that.
Okay, do you want me
So,
to change it to review?
yeah. Change it back. Change it. You can change it. Yeah. So I will review and check what is inside. If it matched the expectation, then I will change the status.
What exactly yeah, this one? What exactly is it about? Because I thought it was something relating to this competency matrix that GCAL developed seasons back, and I think we were actually asking members to fill in their info on this. It's there in the PM Guild, PM Start here. So, can you give us a bit of a rundown on what this is about, what the tax is actually about? So,
Yeah, all right. It's actually a task to check out the list of skills that a Web3 project manager needs. Yeah, to do well in project management, like in a guild like this. So whoever is taking the task would have to check out, make adequate research, and list all project management skill and explain. So that's just all. So we're going to use it to measure what we have achieved over season, what we're able to attain to, the skills that we need to teach. Because for the learning session, we'll be starting again this season, and for this season, it will be taking a new turn. We'll be teaching some skills in sequence. So we want to use it to measure how far we've gone. Because from the education work stream, I think one of the goals is that we are committed to teaching, and every week, every month, every season, people should have something that they learned. So we want to use it to measure what we have been able to achieve in terms of project management skills and what we need to attend to. So when it is submitted and checked, I will review it and check all the. I'm going to be working alongside the talent coordinator as well to check out what we need, and also if we're having a new joiner, whatever skill interests the new joiner is going to state it, and together with the PM class too. So it's just like an overall review of the skills that we have attended to and the ones that we need to attend to. So that's why whoever that will be taking this task would have to do adequate research and make sure that to an extent all the skills are mentioned. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you. So, I have some few questions about that concerning that the learning session, but it's already listed in our the discussion topic. So I'll just allow us get there, and then we can talk more on that. So thank you for your time.
All right. And then I want to
So
update the guild. So can you hear me? I think last season I stated something, but you said because of the treasury the treasury is not that buoyant that we should shift it to this
yes,
season. So for this season, one of the goal, uh, one of the um, one of the things we'll be doing from the education work stream, aside other things, is that we want to take a new turn on our social media pages. So most of the posts we post, we would love to have it in graphical representation as well. So I'll be setting up tasks related to that. Though I'll be taking some tasks so as to give a guideline to people that would also be working on the task, as we'll be needing designers from the guild. So if you're a designer, there will be tasks for you as well. So that's my update.
yes. So I like I mentioned, we have the this part of the discussion topics, the all orders agenda for the season. So we could discuss more on that here because I have a comment I would love to give on that, but I don't have time, and so we'll get there. I'll just make sure to remind you. Thank you. Um, yeah, this tax is I reviewed this tax already, so I think we're waiting for Link's comment on this and see how. Right. So here we are in the discussion topics. If anyone has any discussion you want to discuss about or something like form any of the orders beforehand, before the meeting starts. So we can enter them here, and then when we get to this session of the meeting, we can ask you to talk more about it. So the first one is the weekly tactical meeting rotation. So last season, I noticed that the activities of the members kind of like dwindled. Uh, okay, the activities of the members have been dwindled, and I was thinking of how to improve that this season. So the first step is to rotate the meeting hosting. I mean, what I'm doing right now. We're going to rotate that. So next call will be someone's turn. It will be a bounty, so you can claim that bounty. You can only claim it twice in a month. So you can only claim the bounty twice in a month. That means once you have claimed the bounty two times for a month, the next month will be for someone else. So this is just to make sure we have more members engagement and members learn a thing or two about because this tactical meeting itself, the tactical meeting itself is also a form. Call them a sprint, just an exercise where you have all stakeholders of that project or something. You have all of them in a round table and then you discuss, not necessarily round table, it could be over the internet, like discuss updates on the project, what you have been doing right, what you have been doing wrong, what you need to stop doing, and all that. So that is exactly how the tactical meeting is structured. So anyone hosting the tactical meeting is also learning how also learning something related to project management. You get so I believe this will help the education work stream itself. That's also kind of like doing something towards the education work stream. So that would be the first thing I'm doing this season to make sure we attend the meeting. So after this call, before the next call, I'll make sure to set up the bounty and I'll open it to project management guild. Now, not management guild because that active member was for last season, and then we need to update the tags, right? So I'll open it to project management guild. That will make sure anyone can claim it. I mean anyone with the project management guild. And then when I say anyone, I mean anyone that has been, active in the guild for a while, not just a new member can come in and claim it, yeah, but you need to it's a learning process. So I would say before a new member should be able to claim that, you should be able to have attended the meeting before to see how it's being done. Or if you can't attend, if you weren't able to attend, that is still okay. We always record our weekly meeting, so you can go to PM start here. You can watch the meetings and see how the hosting of the tactical meeting is being done. There will be no note taking bounty because we're already recording that. We want to keep our budget tight. So there will be no notes taking bounty. But yeah, we're going to be rotating the meeting. Yeah.
Sorry, Makio. Yeah, thank you very much. It's a very good idea. So, can you hear me?
So that is that about the first one. About two others are up to the talent work stream and then the education work stream. Is anyone trying to say something?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying that is actually a good idea in order to increase the contribution of people, and which will also increase our active membership. But I have something to say as regards the people that will be taking that bounty. You see, as a new joiner and as a project manager, I don't think it is actually encouraging for the guild for someone that is just coming or has not attended any meeting or any tactical meeting in project management to coordinate the meeting, because a tactical meeting is just like a sub how will I put it now? It's just like you trying to do retrospective, but not actually retrospective. Like, let me just say, like, something that is under retrospective, because at the end of the day, we're touching some things that we do in retrospective as well. So if someone wants to take this kind of bounty, it should be someone that have at least attended two meetings, two tactical meetings in the guild. So with this, because sometimes if we get someone that is not used to it engaged, we will end up, maybe at the end of the day, we end up wasting time and we end up saying, okay, maybe I have to do this, do this, do this. But if the person has, and it also shows consistency and the way you also have the guild at heart by you attending meetings. I don't think it is good enough for us to just, allow someone that has not even attended any meeting to take up bounty of coordinating the entire process of the guild to take such bounty. If it is another bounty that does not require coordinating, take for instance, you have someone that is just joining the guild for the first time, or we have someone elsewhere that is just joining the guild and you see such person coordinating who is not really experienced in such thing, they will not actually take us serious. And such person might not even know what we are actually doing as a guild, that we are just trying to, try to make people contribute, trying to make people to get conversant with what we do in the guild. The person can just, leave and may not even come back again. But we need to engage someone that
Yeah.
at least have experience of how we do things in the guild. Not only going to the YouTube and watching the video and stuff. The person needs to come to the guild. We need to see you. Must have seen you at least twice before you can take such bounty. We want to see that you are also serious, not that you are just coming to milk the guild with the bounty. So let's see you at least 2 meetings before you take such bounty. I think it is actually good we do that. And okay, yeah, let me stop from there. Okay, sorry, I want to add to the retrospective as well in the relationship. Yeah, we're supposed to hold the retrospective last week,
Uh,
but
maybe
can you
we
hear
can
me?
add that later. Yeah, I can hear you. Can we add that
Okay.
later so that we can
No,
move
we are
on?
not, I
I'll
am not
just
saying I'm not saying much. It's just I don't know what maybe you've discussed about it, but we're trying to say that we need to do some updates on the mirror board, and that was why we've not done it actually. So
oh yeah, yes. I've done the updates. I'm just trying to. I'll kind of like just update. It's not something huge actually. So what happened is our mailboard is a paid platform we use for the retro. It's paid by the guild. So to save expenses and because we're on a tight budget, we have always been. The project management guild. So to save that, we make sure it's being paid by one person. That means the payment we are making for the mailboard is for one person. So any other people using the mailboard are just like guests, just like how you have guest pass. And okay, don't let me use that. Let me use the Notion for example. You can share to view, you can share to edit, and you can share as full page access. So now the person paying for the billboard, the PM guild, and we have somebody that is Oslo paying for that. But we post them every month. So that person is the one with the full access, and then the others that can use the billboard. I mean the active members now that can use the mailboard to take on their tools and all that. They are the ones that have the edit access, right? So now sometimes you can share the mailboard access. You wanted to probably share an edit access where it will only have uh, you as an editor but not as an owner on that space. Now, sometimes you might want to do that, but you might mistakenly share that as a full access page. So what that does is once the person click on that link, each time anyone clicks on that link that you shared, they will be added as a user, as a full-time user on the mailboard package. That means instead of paying for one person, you'll be paying for two, three, four. I don't know how many people will click on that link. So that is basically what we're trying to put right. And I think I explained that to Ipoli. I'm still going to show him after the call what I'm talking about, but that's basically what the whole updates to the law is about. It's not something big.
and also, sorry,
So you get that.
just to add to what you said, now that we are going to different guilds to do retrospective, and we'll be adding different people to the mirror board, I think it is also good after the retrospective, we can try and remove those people. Or what do you think? So that we not have too
Yes, of
much,
course, of
so
course.
that we not have too much people signing into the accounts.
Of course, of course. Thank you for that
Sorry,
suggestion.
I would need you to add me to one of the editors. Yeah, I'll send in my name.
The editors to the mailboard.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
we see what
send
I
my
can do to that.
I'll send my name.
So that's the Vicky one, right?
Yes, with one.
Hello, sir.
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
I think I have access before, but I don't know. I don't think I still have access.
wow, that's good.
I have
Yes,
access.
of
I had
course.
access before, but I don't think I still have access now. I just check and I'll do it again.
I'll check that. So now about the number of meeting, I'm suggesting we have we can check the attendance, and you should have at least 4 attendance or or 3. So that's between 3 or 4. What would members vote for? If you vote for 3, you can use the emoji, the thumbs up emoji on the screen. Like you can
make sense. Ní ministry ibẹ̀ náà ló
you
máa
can use
máa
this
make
thumbs
sense
up emoji.
ní secretariat.
Yes, this one. If you vote for 4, you can use the rocket emoji. So this one. So
Màá send
let's have
ti
it.
kinní yẹn náà lálẹ́ yìí.
I'm not sure if you're on your phone. I think you can still use the emoji set. So
Sorry, Maki, what are we voting for?
yeah. So the number of what I explained what Vicky One mentioned, having to rotate the hosting of the meeting, and then since we don't want new members, someone new to come in without having a prior experience of how the meeting has been held before in the past. I'm saying we have the criteria of anyone that is going to claim the bounty to host the meeting for the next call, or for the, since we are going to rotate them now, the person should have attended at least 3 meetings, for 3 or 4 meetings. Now, because we are just starting this season, I would make it open to today's meeting.
But I just a suggestion. Like, why don't we just open it to active members? Those that were active last season kind of like retained the tag till this season. And I see a couple of folks here have the active member tag, and I think it should just be open to them. And yeah, if you stay active for a season, you get the tag, then you can get to facilitate meetings. That's just my own opinion.
So
At least we have enough members.
yes, that one too. That one too. Now I have a situation of Samuel BG.
So I want to.
It could be an active member, right? It could be an active member, but then we had some retro they couldn't record. Not his fault. It was the let me say logistics fault, right? So that's so that made him have just 1 task instead of 2. But he's already, I think we should do it like that, because he's already recorded the call. Actually, recorded 2 times. So, let's just open to active members. But also, I want the members to perform, to participate. I don't want it to be kind of like a gated something. I'm trying to not increase the number of active members. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to recognize, the members that were not able to claim bounties to get active members tag last season, even though they were at least attending the meeting, or in a way being active in the guild. So maybe what will happen is for someone that is not an active member to claim the task, you either have to have attended 3 or 4 calls. That is last season. And then for someone this season, for someone to be able to claim that is the person with active members, you just need to have your active members tag. So how is that? And I think Vic One wanted to add something. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Vicky One, you were trying to say something?
Yeah, I was trying to say that it is actually also good that we include just like your first projection, because if we want to maintain the active members from last season, we have some people that join at the end of the season and want to contribute, and we have some that are actually outspoken, and we have some of them that are project managers as well, which means their specialty is actually this kind of thing we are talking about. So it is also a way of, trying to make people express their skills and make it something that is productive for the game. So I think if you also give people that room, but in this aspect, it's not just that you just come in to coordinate a meeting, just one meeting, you'll be given active tag. It can be okay. Maybe when you coordinate 2 meetings in a season, of course you can be eligible for that. And not only that, I don't know the mechanism it's just a suggestion actually that it should not only be for people that are active presently, but it should also be open for people that will join us. Some people will still join us. And of course, if they do that kind of thing, it can also be counted as a contribution and it can also be given to them as something that will count for them to be uh, given active tag. So it's just a suggestion. I sent something to the group according to what suggestion Makio made that if it is 3 weeks, you can you thumb up. Then if it is 4 weeks, I just put it there. I don't know if you can understand it. You can just go by like that and choose the one you want to follow. That was just my suggestion.
Okay.
So, with that being said, so new members can actually participate in this. And how many bank do you wish to allocate to such bounty?
And I don't want it to be some rat race, so to be 500 bank. That way, someone without the intent to actually host the meeting
Okay, GM.
just look it off as I want someone that actually wants to contribute to the game to complain about. It's not something you want just anyone to come in and claim because of the attached bounty to it. Because, anyways, when you get the active members tag, and by the end of the season, you still get to participate in the code name. So that is something. So, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I also mentioned that hosting the meeting will be a partial criteria. So, if you take on tax, if you take on at least one tax in a month, or two tax in a month, you could actually get your active members tag automatically. But if you're hosting the meeting, you are not getting that. It's just something that counts as an active member. So in a case where we have something like what happened to Samuel VG, we can also look at the meeting hosting and say, oh, you actually hosted 2 meetings or you hosted 3 meetings. Yeah, we can count that as 1 plus 1. That means instead of having one tax in the active members spreadsheet, we have two because of him hosting the meeting. That's just like an addendum. So automatically, it's not something that will get you the active members tag. It's just something that will be there just in case you missed that having the tag by 1 point. You can look at the meeting hosting and say, okay, you actually hosted 2 meetings, which means you're actually being active. You were just not able to take on all the tags and all that ticket. So that is just something to help prevent what happened last season. Then, yeah, does anyone have any question as regards that? That's what I said. Okay, someone is typing.
Okay, GM Makio. Are you
Okay,
saying
someone is typing.
are you saying
Is Abula, are you trying to say something or?
Oh, no.
the GM Makio? Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool.
the
So yeah, we can move on to the next one, which is the Holodas agenda. Since Oak's Law is not around, I already tagged those floor. Great, you can have the floor now. Before you unmute, I have a few questions I just want to talk to you so you can talk about it. So the first one is mentioned something having a bounty for having a bounty for uh, the session. You said something about the learning session and all that. So, where is the platform for the learning session? I hope we are using Discord this time. The last one we did on Twitter, learning session, but we had low turnout. So, and that's taking out from people that could, I was even suggesting you have your own office hour where you could dedicate, I don't know, that would be your own option. Have an office hour where you can stay in the voice channel and members can come in to learn something, to learn from you, right? And instead of having the Twitter learning session, right?
Yeah.
So you might not want to have an office hour. That's basically your what's it? That's your choice. But I would suggest you have something that would denote what you're actually doing in the game. For the learning session wise, instead of using Twitter, because I can remember we had a Twitter session only once, right? And then I don't know if you have it written down or you don't, or maybe you're going to maybe it's just something you're going to get to as the season go on. But we usually have this what's it called? We usually have this Rolodex review at the end of the season, before writing the proposal for the next season. So it would be awesome if Rolodex can have their sort of should I say timeline where you can just keep tabs on what you have done for that month. So that would be for what you have done for the month and all that. How many learning sessions you take, what education wise did you do in the guild and all that. So that is just something to help us for KPIs, because last season was tough, getting the proposal to pass. Actually, that's another update I would like to do anyways. The proposal has passed. The GC passed the proposal, so we are going to be having yes, we're going to be having what's it called? Our active members, our going to be getting our funding soon, soon for the season 9. So that is something, right? But it was tough defending that, because I was asked some questions like, okay, what are the what's the update? What's the KPI? How did you measure the KPI? What did you all that? I just had to explain that we had less amount of members in the season in the guild last season. That actually prevented us from actually doing a lot. And but we were still able to ship something, so that's still something good. So but next season wise, there will be some sort of KPI measurement and all that. So and then we also have the weekly updates, which will be also introduced. I think we're having is it this weekly update bounty being claimed by Vicky? I'm not sure if he actually finished that last season, or maybe at a point we stopped doing that. So we could have, someone host the, what's it called? Yeah, doing the CC, doing the community, could have a bounty as well for someone to go host, to share the updates by the guild for that week in the CC. So that is also something, a bounty. That is also a bounty that would be coming out for active members only. It is for active members only. Now, this is not taking into consideration if you are a new member coming in, or if you're trying to, add something. You must be an active member to be able to take that on. So, and then I think for you to be able to get on the podium, I think you need to be L1 or something. I think they're after that now. So that's something else. So actually, I think I debated a bit. I'm sorry for that. Great. Can you have the floor now? You can let us know your agenda.
Yeah, thank you so much. I actually wanted to say some of the things that you just highlighted concerning the learning session. So for this season, we're going to be having it on Discord so as to bring it down to everyone and also to increase participation. So the reason we had it on Twitter last season was because that was the first one. So it's like a launching out of the learning session. So, and I stated clearly last season that the subsequent ones that we'll be having this time around, it will be on Discord. And as well, one of the major challenges we had last season was let me say unavailability of people that would teach. But this time around, it's going to be taking a new turn. So we'll be having subsequent learning sessions and progress would be recorded. So that's on the learning session. And it will be on Discord where everyone would attend and get something to learn. Okay.
Yes. So that is for the training session. You mentioned something about you mentioned something about the learning session, but I think it was a bounty or something like.
Yeah, what I mentioned the other time about learning session is about people that would teach. So the teaching would actually be a bounty. If you teach, you'd be incentivized. Yeah, the teaching will be incentivized. So people would not just come around to teach and just get out without getting any compensation for teaching. So to be going out and for you to be able to claim the bounty, there are criterias to actually meet. And I, as a person too, I would be teaching this season. And we have quite a number of people who are versed in some certain skills like links. We have Vicky One, and we have you as well, and some other people. So if peradventure some of these people are not chance, any other person who is capable of teaching can take the bounty and teach. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So I would want to add something, but I think the best thing is if you could write a proposal on how you view this the learning system, to go, how you want it to go, how you plan to execute it. So we could add our the opinions there because the time is already we're already past 5 minutes past the normal time we're supposed to stop, and if we start the discussion, it might take more time, and
Yeah, last
some
season,
people might have somewhere to go or something like that. Or
yeah,
so you
last
could just write a proposal about how the process will be, and then we can discuss more in the proposal. Then once we are done with that proposal, and then can come here and discuss about it on the call as well.
yeah, I
But
think
yeah,
last
just
season,
get a proposal.
can you hear me? Last season, we actually discussed this and we started. I don't think this is the best time to be writing proposals because we've done this last season. We've discussed and concluded and started. The only challenges we had last season, while we did not continue, while we only had one, was because there was nobody to teach. So what
Exactly
I'm
my point.
actually working on now is just the best means to actually bring out effectiveness in the learning session, and we would
Yes.
see that. So I
So
don't think we actually
the teaching aspect is actually my concern, right? Because last season we had members that are not actually able to teach, that were not available to teach. So it's not something you can just say, hey, you need to teach this. So like you want to make sure they're available to teach and stuff like that. So then it also comes down to who are these people teaching
yeah. Before anyone can
as
come up to
you can
teach,
teach, right? So that is also and um, teach process. That's why I was saying you could probably write a proposal on that alone, and we can, review the proposal. I mean, the document, give you some sort of suggestion about that. Because I, as a person, I'm totally against having the whole having a teacher to come teach when the education coordinator is there. Like, it's not something I have to do myself. It's not my own decision. This is for the gig right now. So that was how I was saying, okay, let's have a document where, we can add our comments there. And, from the comments, we can say, oh, okay, yeah, we can take this one, we can arrive at, a favorable conclusion. Get. So I don't want to like impose my opinion on the gig. It's just my own opinion that, oh, I don't think I would be down for having myself to come teach.
Okay, I understand you. So
you are teaching. It's more like a teach something. So I'll say, okay, have an agenda. I'm also could they attend the call. I would say maybe they were busy with something. So I sent them a message already. So it's just something to help guide our KPIs this season, so that we have something to defend against the GC, because there are talks about having KPI related funding and all that for this onwards. So yeah, you mentioned something else as well before I said we can have them in the discussion topics. But aside from the learning session, you were talking about something else.
Yeah, what I was talking about is one of the bounties I set up last season that you said there was no funding for it. So I was trying to reinstate
Yes.
that.
Was it the analyze? Yeah, the analyze and I like and analyze. Yes.
So we're going. No. It's not really that one. Okay, it's not that one. We've clarified that, and I stated the reason for the bounty. So the one I was talking about is about having a design for content that would be going out for our social media pages, probably on Twitter.
Yes. That.
So I would be starting with
Let
that.
me just write that down.
Yeah, I would be starting with that actually, and with time, others would join me. So in order to show others what's the whole thing would be like. You understand, right?
Like design is it template or something or what?
Yeah. Some of our words, some of our materials, education
is
materials.
it for social media use alone? Is it for social media use alone?
Yes.
For the social media. Now we have two social medias actually. We have X and LinkedIn. I'm not sure I don't think they have the same aspect ratio.
What exactly? Pardon? Can't understand you.
I mean the graphics. So I mean we have two social medias. Yeah, we have two social medias, right? The X and LinkedIn. I don't think LinkedIn and X have the same aspect ratio for size of the graphics. So is it something like you design one but design for two aspect ratio? Or,
No. We actually starting with Twitter.
Or what?
So it would be a design for our Twitter page.
Yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, I said we'll be starting with Twitter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it will be a simple design that can be used for our Twitter page. Would be having both, normally what we do is just I think Vicky one just get some words and puts on the page for people to peruse. But this time around, so we'll be mixing it with a graphical representation of those things to make it better. That's what I'm trying to explain.
Yes, I get that.
Okay, also.
I think someone is coming in. Someone
Yeah. GM, everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah,
Yes, yes.
I have a question regarding the design template. Great, just said something about, and then will it be referred to design guild, or it will be bounded out within project management guild?
We don't really need to refer it to design guild as much as we have talent in the guild. So it would be done in the project management guild, okay?
All right, all right, all right. Secondly, before I jump over here, you were talking about learning session the other time, and then I noticed that we are like 13 minutes ahead of our time here. So I think it is expected of you to come up with a proposal so that you can just submit it to the guild so that we all review everything all together instead of we discussing a lot of things here since we are ahead of time. So I'm just using that to corroborate and what Makili have just said. So that's from my own end actually.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I know we are really ahead of time, right? We are 12 minutes ahead of time. Thanks for that. We just need to iron out some few things. So next call, we know we have something about, and all that. So great. That means the proposal is coming from you for learning session and the design guild, the design template as well. Maybe you should look into how much bounty you think you want to set for that, right? And I think it's something the guild should vote on, right? Like I don't I don't know if you could, have a proposal on that as well. So the guild can look at that and vote on that. Do you get? So we don't. I don't want it to be like something someone decides and then we are going ahead. Since we're a guild, right? We need to carry everyone along. And most of the people that could also join, could also pitch in some things, are not here. I mean, it's an open floor for anyone to unmute and add something, right? So if you have something to add as regards the learning session or the templates, because the time is already fast spent. That's what I'm saying. We could have a proposal because discussing something like that on a call is only possible like a call like today. If we were having huge tasks on the task board and we have to review all of them, we might not even have enough time to have for towards the discussion topics, which is usually 30 minutes, right? So we might discuss something more than 30 minutes, and we would own the education group session. We still have talent work team to come in and also share that. So share the agenda. So I think it's better if we have a proposal. All discussions will go in the proposal, and then the finalizing everything can be discussed on the call. Like okay, this is how we decide to go about it. This is how we decide to go about it and all that. So anything else could be in the proposal, like in the proposal document. So you can have your comments, you can share, you can create a document, write what you want for both, and then share a comment only link, only a comment, not edit, not view, a comment only link, so that you can anyone viewing the link can click on a certain part of the line in the document and comment and add their comment. Okay, this is what I suggest we had. I suggest we have something like this, and then you can also reply them, and back and forth and all that. So to make sure we are we are on track. We are not doing something someone else does not want to do or something like that. It's not like we want to force anyone to do anything. We just want to be open with the carry everyone along. So I think that is what we should do. Great. And yeah, I think that's that. And I would say, does anyone have anything to say? Maybe the time is already fast spent. So if you have something to say, you could unmute and say that now. Or if you don't, maybe you can unmute. You can set that in the voice chat. We can read that before we end the meeting for today, because we are already 4 minutes. 4 minutes from now, and then we'll be 9:20. So, what do you say?
Yeah, I think Kolade is dropping.
Kolade, you were not there. Yeah, I saw his message. Kolade, you were not there. Maybe you came in late. The ops department suggested that they have someone who is credentialed to take on the red tool. That they don't want to pay the system, the 6K bank. Because the last call we had in the ops team, that was their decision. So um, unless you have
But I thought
unless you take on another
I thought I thought you said either I lied, I and Oluwa Sijubomi is taking the retro, and
yes,
I don't think anyone will win credentialed yet by links, but we've done few retrospective, and I was the one doing the ops department retrospective before. So
yes,
I don't know how it's going to be done.
yes. So what happened is I believe only like completed their let's go for last season. I mean they had two let's like the AV Guild let's go which is still in view. I would see they are credentialed already, but I need links to check the recording and make sure everything is set. Like, but it's for Tele 2. Why mention you, Oluwasejuwumi, yeah, or I could then, because they were not actually someone that can take the Tele 2 and because trying to get credentials for the last we have other tools of other will be taken by you, like someone else in the call. It's not necessarily a credential member. But they said they we this is for a credential member to come in. So I don't want like okay, need to it's their decision themselves. So I just want to
Yeah,
respect
that
their
was what
decision
I'm
and
listening.
let
So
them to be as it is.
if like is being credentialed, like he has credential right now, right? And Oluwasi Jubomi, they both have the credential. If I'm right.
Yes, yes. So
Insurance
either
is
of them will be taking it, or Oxlaw, or Links, either of, or Jikal,
all right.
or Justice. Yeah.
Sorry, how did you get credential like
So
previous retrospective?
yes, you were
Okay.
saying
Like
something.
how did you
You were actually asking we get credentialed. If you go through the retrospective thread links created, he kind of like detailed it down. He explained how the whole process should follow and how you get credentialed. So the credential is actually him reviewing and sending you a kudos NFT which will prove that you are credentialed. The kudos NFT is essentially your certification of being a retro expert or whatever he calls it. Does that answer it? There's a thread already for retro. Probably I'll just retag you to it so that you see the thread.
I'm going to tag the thread now. Uh, the thread link is in the chat channel, so you can find that anyone in the chat channel. That's the thread link. You can go to that to learn how to become a credential PM member. So thank you everyone for your time, for staying around till now. I know we have already appreciate everyone and hope that next call we won't take this long, right? So I don't want to take your time. It's not intentional. It's just something we needed to do. And have a nice day, everyone, or a nice night, or a nice afternoon, or a nice evening, or a nice midnight, depending on anywhere you are. And Samuel, VG, we have the recording right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so the bounty will be up soon. You can claim that and drop the recording and hopefully will upload that on our YouTube page. So
All
thank you
right,
everyone.
sir.
Have a
Um.
wonderful day.
Okay. Thank you. PMG strong.
Yeah, do you want to say something? You can go ahead.
Yeah, I was about telling you that the last week weekly sync recording, I sent it to Hypolite as well, and then the bounty has not been set, so I'm here to claim it as well.
Oh, okay. I think I set a recording bounty. I'll set that myself.
All right, thank you.